On Monday, it was reported that the contract of Vikings defensive tackle Desiel and Dalvin Tomlinson had voided, and the Vikings were taking $7.5 million onto their 2023 salary cap. And it looked like the door of Desiel returning in purple in 2023 had closed, but we said, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, and by God, plot twist. Field Yates, ESPN, go. Vikings defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson's deal was set to void in recent days, which would have pushed $7.5 million on dead money onto the 2023 cap. The team and Thompson agreed to move the void date to 3/15, the first day of the new league year. This buys more time for a possible extension that avoids all $7.5 million hitting the 2023 cap. The Vikings could have extended Thompson without this, but they would have had $7.5 million on cap sitting on the books in 2023. If a new deal is done before 3/15, just $2.5 million from the old deal will count towards 2023. The adjustment prevents Tomlinson from being franchise tagged. And so when Desiel with the Vikings over from the Giants in the 2021 offseason, there was 3 void years tacked on to the back end of the contract to help alleviate some of the salary cap issues. Now, if the contract voided after his 2 years were up, all $7.5 million remaining cap hits, $7.5 million remaining of the cap hits would incur in 2023. But if the Vikings were able to extend it out, only $2.5 in 2023, $2.5 in 2024, $2.5 in 2025, etc. And I would absolutely love if Desiel was back in purple in 2023. Last year, played 13 games due to the calf injury, but 42 tackles, 30 pressures, 2.5 sacks, 6.5 tackles for loss, a 77 PFF grade, highest of all the Vikings defensive linemen, 4th on the team amongst regular starters. And I mean, Desiel was super underrated. Like the Vikings defense was in tatters, but Desiel was out there trying to get it done. And he only turns 29 on February 28th. Happy early birthday, Dalvin Tomlinson. And Spot Rack estimates his market value at $8.5 million per year. I would love if he's back at $8-9 million per season, because I think that he would thrive playing that 4 or 5 tech spot in Flores' new scheme. I think that he's solid against the run. I think his pass rush is underrated. I think his leadership skills are underrated as well. Remember, he was the team captain back on the Giants, and he's just a guy that is rock solid and who you want as part of your football team. So hopefully things do get worked out, and I think that this is a very positive sign, because if the Vikings wanted to let him go, they would have just let him go, and they're not extending this. And obviously, Tomlinson's agent and party, like, they want to get something worked out too, or at least leave the possibility for it. Because I mean, if neither side were interested in getting back together, they would just let this deal void, as opposed to kicking the can down to March 15th and then letting it void in 3 weeks. So I think the Vikings are going to work something out. I think it's smart. I think that Tomlinson should be a part of this defense going forward. And I love it. I love it. Finally, some positive news coming from the Vikings roster moves this offseason. But your thoughts are thoughts. Desiel Dalvin Tomlinson's contract not voided yet. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.